What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jedi Jive. My name is Mike. Joining us, as always, is my sister Jenny.
Hey, everybody.
We're reacting to the season finale of The Acolyte. We've kind of been on the fence with this show the whole time. We haven't really loved it or hated it. We've just been kind of the whole time.
Yeah, our reactions have been mixed throughout.
One thing I want to say about this show is that it's at its strongest when there's action.
Yes, I agree with that.
All of the moments in the show that have us oohing and eyeing and like, oh yeah, we're in it, are the moments where the lightsabers are drawn and there's combat of some kind.
Which we realize is a low bar, where Star Wars is concerned. But that is honestly what has been the most exciting to us throughout this show.
Yeah, I say it a lot too, like when I'm always talking about like how I love the sounds of Star Wars ships and like establishing shots and stuff like that. Boring, low bar stuff can sometimes be the bread and butter for me. And I know it is for a lot of people too. So I think in terms of the time that we have left, which is basically like 40 minutes to wrap up everything that we've started, assuming there isn't going to be a season 2, I guess we don't really know. I want it to end on a good note. So therefore, I think I'm hoping this episode has lightsabers drawn, there's action. Of course, there's unanswered questions, but I don't think we're going to get answers to all of them. Kymir, how does he even relate to any of this other than just finding May and trying to train her to be his acolyte? Does he have any
Well, and now we have to find out like what's going to happen with the Smilo Ren helmet and Osha. Is she going to choose the light or the dark? Ooh,
if I'm going to make a prediction about this episode, I think there's going to be some fighting. I hope there is, but I think there's going to be some more character deaths too. I think Soul like pretty much deserves to die at this point. I love Lee Jung Jae's acting. I think he's been one of the better characters, but as a Jedi, he's
questionable.
There's been a couple places where like this,
moments.
Like, this guy is definitely way too emotionally attached to Osho. Like, out of nowhere, he makes some really just questionable decisions. But, I mean, I guess I'll still be rooting for him because I kind of still like the character. But in general, I think I won't be... I'm going to go ahead and say I think Osha kills Soul. And becomes Kymir's acolyte. Yeah. I mean, they're probably going to want to set up for season 2. I don't know if there's a likelihood of that. So
why don't we watch it and find out?
Yeah, let's not set ourselves up to be disappointed by expecting too much.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Let's do it. We're going to jump in. We're going to react, have some fun, and we'll talk about it afterwards. Let's do it.
Osha.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
That helmet has power, huh?
Whoa.
I saw May. She had her hand outstretched. She was killing Soul.
This is the future you saw. She can kill with no weapon.
I can still stop her.
So we go together. And see who gets to her first.
What happened to you, to your coven, was an accident.
Then why didn't you tell Osha?
You locked everyone in.
Because the Jedi invaded our home. Everyone in there died because of the 4 of you.
You're not even sisters. You're...
Another brick in the wall of Soul being a fucking shitty Jedi.
Yeah, not a great Jedi.
Can't sense shit.
Escape ship.
Fucking Basil, still wandering around. Does anybody even know he's there?
See you in hell, Jedi.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
Cool.
All right.
Cool shot.
Right into the rings. Oh, nice. All right. Finally, we're seeing the budget go somewhere. Never tell me the odds. What are the chances of surviving an asteroid field? What's he gonna do? Like, mow her down? What's the plan, Soul? What are you gonna do? Oh, wait, Basil.
Basil stopped him.
Shit.
Ooh.
Oh, that was cool.
Rough landing.
I have reported your lack of transparency to Chancellor Drellick. He may invite you to a Senate tribunal for an update. I hope for your sake you have this suspect in custody by then.
Okay. I think she's gonna frame somebody, you know.
We've already seen that she's engaged
She's gonna
in
put it
some
all on
cover-up
Soul, or
action.
she's
Yeah.
gonna put everybody else is dead. And Dara's dead. Torben's
Yeah.
dead.
You're
Yep.
really not going to tell me where we're going.
Kelnaka's dead.
Osha, we should be trained. Would you ever consider?
No.
Cool, because I don't date people I work with. That's the face he just gave. He's like, are you single? Like, why is he like so normal now? He was just like murdering her friends a couple episodes ago. He seems like level-headed.
It's hard to get a bead on that character.
Bro.
What's this now?
Dude, what?
She's gonna throw that in there? Red eyes.
No, you know who that is?
Who is that?
I wonder if they're trying to imply that that's Darth Plagueis. I can't tell though. It might be a moon. Those characters, I forget, I think it's called a moon or a moon is his species. So this could be like a young Plagueis.
Getting this elevator operational is the only way in. Unless you want to climb.
I thought he flew. He was literally like descending from the trees.
Watch.
Yeah, okay. Chimera just disappeared. I knew he was gonna say it again.
For leading me to her.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's go. Come on. I mean, I don't want Chimera to die. He's my favorite character. Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh, that's not gonna be good. What? Nice. That's some crouching tiger.
I will destroy you if I must.
Those arms again.
Nice. I love the Shoto, like the short sword. Oh, okay. Nice. Yo. All right, Soul's winning this fight, but I think Osha's gonna come and take him out or something.
He's lied to you. Every day since you left our home, you didn't fail. He did.
Oh, betrayal.
Evil Pip.
They're all mirroring each
Yeah.
other's moves.
Yep.
Uh-oh, here comes
Vernestra
Vernestra.
in tow.
Is this where we find out that Vernestra and Chimera know each other? She was his master that whipped him, left that scar. Oh my god. Chimera's style is so just like... What? They're going the opposite. Oh, he just broke the lightsaber.
Wow. The helmet comes off.
Oh, he's unarmed now, so Soul's not allowed to kill him. Yep, I called it.
Strike him down, and your journey will be complete.
No. I want him to confess what he did.
I believe she used the Force to create you and Osha. Do you have any idea what kind of power that is? In the history of the galaxy, very few have been there.
Oh boy.
You killed our mother.
Just say yes.
Yes. I did.
Your mother turned into a smoke demon that looked like she was about to kill people.
So there's that.
It's not all bad.
If it was the right thing to do, why didn't you tell the Jedi?
Without May, there was no proof you were created in this way. They would have sent you away. I wanted to tell you so many times.
She's about to kill him.
Stop talking.
Kill
I
him.
got this from you. I did everything.
Osha's gonna be the
I
Acolyte.
look.
Oh, that's some dark side. Killing him without a weapon.
She's doing it without a weapon.
Just kill him! Why does May look like turned on by it? She's like, ooh,
Because she's a little
Osha.
psychopath. She always
Yeah.
has been.
She likes
She was
it.
trying to tear the wings off pretty butterfly creatures,
Yeah.
remember?
Oh, it's turning red. She went dark. She's gonna kill him now. Cool. Okay. Don't let Vernestra come in and interrupt this. Good.
I'm not as excited by that as you are.
No, I
apparently.
like it because we haven't seen somebody give in, now strike me down. And Luke's like, no,
Right.
I'm a Jedi like my dad.
I don't know. I was
Yeah.
sort of underwhelmed by the whole moment.
Wait, I thought, oh, okay,
Yep.
nice. We've never seen that.
Okay, that's mildly cool.
Shouldn't her eyes turn yellow?
Well, his aren't yellow.
The power. Nah, I don't like how she's all like scared and sad. I think if she was really turning to the dark side, it would just be like, she's evil now.
Yeah.
But it's just more of that gray shit. Oh.
You.
Oh, okay. Yep,
you,
yep.
she said. She sensed him. Basil!
Basil, dude.
Still. Dude.
We need to leave. Come with me. We have to climb down there. You sure? Trust me.
But she just like killed Soul to turn to the dark side, but doesn't seem like a bad guy now. That seems that seems
Yeah,
wrong. Like
that does seem
she
wrong.
should be like wanting to
Darker
kill.
than she is.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I started that fire.
Honestly, who cares?
No, I just these characters aren't doing it for me.
Me either.
Like the emotions, I'm not feeling them.
You beat it up.
If I can find you, so can the Jedi.
What do we do? What do you want, Osha? Let my sister go and I will train with you. Are you sure? The Jedi will use me to find you.
So why the fuck did they both go? Sorry, only one allowed. That's just the way the Sith works.
There can only be one acolyte.
Yeah, there can only be two.
I can attempt to wipe her memory. Remove any trace of you or me. Permanently.
That's a fun party trick.
Do it.
I mean, May seems like strangely cooperative to this scenario.
You're going to do what you were meant to do.
Go be a bad guy? You're gonna go be a murderer like that guy. He killed all your friends. Just because Soul deserved to die
Jackie
doesn't
didn't
mean
kill their mother.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that all of her friends deserve to.
Yor didn't kill their mother.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't calculate.
I don't
This is like
believe
very
this
shallow
actress is...
storytelling that is not
I
connecting
don't
the
get it.
dots.
Is he gonna...
As above sits the stars, and below lies the...
Oh, that's wicked.
Lay down any weapons that you have and surrender. You're under arrest.
What did I do?
I don't know. I'm skeptical of the whole
I don't know.
thing.
All Chimere did was this, and it wiped her whole memory. You think they have some
skeptical
Jedi
of,
that can
like,
unwipe her?
everything about that.
Take her to
scene.
IT. They'll get the info off her hard drive.
Right.
That man who killed your mother was a Jedi. He was my friend. He was a kind, brilliant, compassionate man, and he did a terrible thing.
16 years ago, 4 Jedi were stationed on the planet Brendok. They discovered a force cult of witches. A conflict ensued. There were many casualties. The Jedi conspired to keep their actions secret. Recently, when the truth threatened to come out, a rogue Jedi named Soul killed his accomplices.
Just excusing a cover-up with another cover-up.
I can assure you, while this is a terrible tragedy, it was the work of one flawed man. He was found dead on Brendok, at the scene of his original crime.
Funeral pyre.
Soul made a mistake. He justified every selfish step with the love he had for your sister.
My sister?
Oh. Whoops.
Did I say sister? I meant...
Does the name Osha mean anything?
Oh.
The Jedi have failed you. I am going to make this right. But I need your help. I need you to help me find someone.
Who?
A pupil of mine. Before he turned to evil.
Mm-hmm. So that's confirmed. Staring meaningfully out to sea. Dun dun dun.
Holding hands.
Right?
But... Okay, we're not done yet.
Sorry to disturb you, Master. We need to talk.
Yoda.
Oh, wow. Just the
So wait,
back of his head. and
But
you
wait a
go,
minute.
wow.
She said we need to talk. Does that imply she was going to talk to Yoda about this scenario? Like, obviously, Vernestra's got, like, the whole cover-up.
I mean,
But she
that's
can't
that's
take
like
one over on Yoda.
Fan service stunt, you know.
Well, that would be unfortunate, though, because it would be directly contradictory to information that Yoda is talking about in Phantom Menace. So, and I also don't believe that Vernestra can get one over on Yoda. Nobody's going to do that.
Nobody can get one over
So
on Yoda.
that is kind of a mistake of a scene, if you ask me.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
Completely unnecessary.
I completely agree. It's a stunt at best.
You know what? It's one of those just like, oh, we can't excuse, like, Yoda would be around at this time. We can't excuse, like, not showing him.
Right.
So
This episode really did not do it for me. Not as a finale, not as a standalone episode. I don't know. It really didn't.
yeah, there's a lot
bell
of
for me.
not so good things. Basically, this is same as the entire season for me, where it's like there's a lot of good ingredients there that I did like.
Like there was some cool fighting.
But you can't just put a whole bunch of good ingredients together and have the soup taste good. The soup didn't taste good to me.
No, I agree.
But there was some really, like, once again, like I said, it's at its best when there's lightsaber drawn and people are fighting. The fight scene in this was just as good as the one from episode 5, if not better, because it was a one-on-one in the light where you could really see everything, and they showed the lightsaber after she killed Soul. We saw it bleed to red. That's something we've heard about for a long time, but I don't believe we've ever seen, even in the animated stuff, we've never actually seen the bleeding.
That was like mildly cool to
We've
me.
heard about it. We've seen characters go from whatever to red, but I don't think we've ever seen that happen like that. The fight itself was really good. I said there were a couple places in there where I was like, the wires and the gravity of it all.
You can tell that it's wire work, but it was cool.
At one point, it was very Crouching Tiger, which I liked. But yeah, the best part was the action. And I liked how, like, you probably saw me, I was like, kill him! Like,
yeah, you were very, very gung-ho.
At that point, I didn't care about Soul because I had seen
wasn't as exercised about that as you were. I wasn't as excited about that as you were. I was frankly completely underwhelmed by that entire moment. It felt anticlimactic. It just fell sort of flat to me.
For me, it fell flat afterwards because, as I said, it didn't match up with me that she was giving into the dark side, giving into her hate, and killing her former master. Yeah. Her lightsaber bleeds red, but then she's just kind of like...
I also thought that the conversation between Osha and Soul...
She should be, like, bad now.
The final conversation between Osha and Soul, right before she kills him, to me that conversation lacked any sort of nuance. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, he says, yes, I killed your mother... And she says, is that true? And he doesn't even take the time to explain, well, she had just become a scary smoke demon that looked like it was
that
about
bothered
to
me
attack.
too, where it was like, he wasn't purely in the
wasn't
wrong
like,
for that.
Murder!
It wasn't any attempt to be like,
accident.
whoa, there was this massive misunderstanding and a bunch of people were just like your
bam,
birth
bam,
mother
bam,
pulled
right,
out a
things
thing
were
and
happening.
started it
lacked any kind of nuance that would have made that conversation interesting.
At that point, though, he had been like dishonest about it for 16 years.
Yeah,
so it's
sure,
like,
that's the thing.
He did owe it to own up in that moment.
But like May never really takes responsibility for her part of it. She's just like, he killed our mother, and she never once acknowledges like, yeah, I started the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that's on me. Or yeah, I started the whole thing by trying to stop you from leaving and locking you in that room. Yeah, that's on me. She never really takes any responsibility for the fact that she did set the whole chain of events into motion. So I don't know, that whole thing kind of fell on its head.
Yeah.
From my point of view.
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you about Amanda Stenberg, about the lead actor. I'm honestly just really not buying
May and
her
Osha
acting.
I cared the least about, and
Of
I felt
any
the
character.
actress was doing the least of in terms of
I completely
so that combination
agree.
just all this, like the scene where May and Osha finally, like where they were doing the mirroring fighting moves with each other right before that conversation that they had should have been an emotional high point in the season, but it was not.
I also felt
So that
though
was
that
a
they
big
were
miss,
I say they like it's two people, that she was not particularly good at fight choreography. Like the fight seemed very choreographed.
Yeah.
It seemed very much like I'm doing this move and then I'm doing this move and then I'm doing that move, and it was very tidy and clean, and it didn't read like a real down and dirty fight to me. It read like choreography.
Yeah.
So I think that's literally a fault of the actor, or of the person training the actor, or both. But I didn't really buy that fight.
Yeah, and then there was the, like, you and I, like, when back towards the beginning when Chimere was, when she put the helmet on and then he was like, Osha, like, and he was concerned about her, and I was like, they're making it so that the bad, like, the red lightsaber people are the, like, good guys that are, like, you care about them emotionally, and then the Jedi are these incompetent freaking psychos.
Yeah.
That are,
which, if that's supposed to be clever, I don't know. It's not that clever. It's just sort of
I know
confusing.
Soul was the center of that. Like, he really, like, right down to where he was, like, she was unlocking her restraint, like, over the course of, like, 2 minutes. Like,
and he had no idea.
And then she was able to, like, and it was just like...
Yeah, come on, dude. Like, have a little spatial awareness.
She wasn't, like, mind tricking him. He was just, like, blatantly being an idiot. Yeah, so that was bothersome.
And it's not the first time she's tricked him successfully.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time pinpointing, like, consistent motivations for a lot of these characters, because they seem to change both their minds and their demeanors so readily. And I don't even just mean May and Osha. I mean Chimere too. He seemed to change his entire demeanor throughout the course of this episode from what we first saw. I mean, we saw him as this, like, he was playing up being this clumsy, goofy guy, which obviously was just an act. but then he became this like scary evil dude in the forest when he slaughtered all the Jedi. And as you pointed out, in this episode he just seems sort of like casual and reasonable.
Yeah, and like level-headed and just kind of
the reasonable one. And I don't, it's hard to get a beat on him. It's hard to figure out exactly where he stands.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, I mean, we have these little pieces of information about his backstory that give him motivation, but you can't just tell us, you have to show us. And I feel like what they were telling us didn't always line up with what they were showing us in terms of these characters' attitudes.
May at the end was just, like I said, so strangely cooperative to this new scenario of like, now Osha's gonna be his girlfriend and go stroke his red lightsaber,
and I'm gonna have my whole mind wiped. And sure, go ahead and
let's
do
that. Yeah, and then she was just like happy about it, or cool with it. Where it's like, but wait a minute, you don't even get to be with your sister after this now. You should be like twice as sad.
Yeah.
That it was just like, that makes no sense to me.
End of the day, like, I throughout this series have found it difficult to care, to invest in any of these characters, and I think that carries through. There are multiple actors in this show that I would like travel for. You know, there are multiple people in this show that I would watch anything just because they're in it. Carrie-Anne Moss, Manny Jacinto, like Lee Jung-jae. Honestly, he's such a good actor, but I didn't feel like they had a lot to work with, and even they couldn't save some of this dialogue for me.
Yeah.
And the storytelling just seemed very uneven, and
you know what? I felt so similar
unfocused.
of a feeling that I felt in the fifth episode, where I was starting to get that, oh, cool, yeah, now, like, because there was even that one CGI sequence where they were going through the asteroid field, and I was like, oh, finally, I see some money. Because they're like this huge budget for the show. We haven't seen.
I will say,
Basil
visually,
seems like the most unnecessary character.
Right.
Why
was Basil even there? I kept thinking Basil was gonna like save the day in the end, and
the most unnecessary character. What did he even do?
Have Basil,
he did one thing where he sabotaged Soul from murdering May.
Yeah.
And that was like one thing that he did.
Yeah.
But that we were kind of in like, oh my god, what's he gonna do?
But then they just have him running around goofily sniffing through the forest. Like, it just seems, why?
Because that's a CGI character that just seems like wasted budget.
I
so anyway,
agree.
it was nice to see the asteroid field, and that looked good.
Yeah, that
it was
was
like, okay, finally some money on screen.
Yeah.
And then the fight sequence, and that when they were on Brendok and they started to like interact with one another, I was like, oh, I was feeling it there for a minute. Same as episode 5. And then, like, they started talking. And then Osha and May were on screen. And it was just, I felt deflated again.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that I can't let the good parts override the parts that are annoying. But overall, I don't have any, I'm not going to sit here and trash this show or recommend it. I'm just kind of right down the middle.
Overall, from like a season-long perspective, I feel the same. My reaction is kind of meh.
Yeah, you want to see some good lightsaber fights? The show has a few of them. Mm-hmm. Definitely recommend episode 5 and episode 8 if you want to see some really good, also
fight choreography with lightsabers.
A little bit in the last episode, but it wasn't very long. But particularly this one in episode 5, some cool fight choreography, some cool lightsaber lore, the bleeding of the lightsaber. One thing we forgot to mention, this creepy claw person in the cave.
Yeah, we're sitting behind some very bright studio lights, so we're peering into the darkness right now, trying to decide.
You know what? I don't know if they're implying that this is Darth Plagueis. It's a possibility. They didn't do anything else at the end. They didn't show a post-credit scene showing more of this. But it's possible, like, if the novel Darth Plagueis by James Luceno is those characters, I think it's called a Moon or a Moon is his species. Do you know who Darth Plagueis is?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, people, I guess we have to educate Jenny here. Darth Plagueis is Palpatine's master.
Okay.
And Palpatine learned things from Plagueis, and then Plagueis knew how to create life with the Force.
Okay.
So we're kind of there, like, in a roundabout way, like Anakin is almost like a result of like the stuff that Plagueis was messing with.
Sure, yeah.
But Palpatine killed Plagueis in his sleep, so this could be like a young Plagueis. I don't know if that's what they're implying. It's so dark. I know, like Jenny just said, we got studio lights. I can't really see anything else, but doesn't look like there's a helmet. It just like, I think that's might be what they're implying there. Which that's going to be, the internet's going to have a lot to say about that.
Sure.
The internet's going to have a lot to say about the Yoda thing because, like I said, Vernestra's not going to get one over on Yoda. She's not going to lie to him and have him not know it. And if Yoda knows what Vernestra knows, that is a big lore-breaking oopsies because Yoda can't know this shit, and
Right.
unless he's just a straight-up, like, liar, too.
Which would, in and of itself, be a lore-breaking oopsie.
Yeah, So yeah, I don't know. I think guys, once again, we're just regular people. I love Star Wars, but I get a lot of things wrong. I know there's gonna be we're gonna get corrected. People are gonna agree with everything we say, but we'd love to hear what everybody thought about this. If you thought this season was awesome, I'd love to hear why you thought so and why you think we're wrong in our assessment. If you agree with what we're saying, same deal. Let us know. But either way, please be respectful in your comments. If you don't agree with somebody, including us, try to just move ahead, say that you disagree, but be respectful. In general, I give the show, I would say, between a 4, maybe a 4 out of 10 is what
I'm giving it about a 4 as well.
Yeah. Because like I said, I'm right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm right kind of like it would be a 5, but I think like we've kind of had more to say on the negative side of things than on the positive side of things.
Yeah.
So I have to be realistic in my assessment. I think I'm going to give it like the season 1 a 4. Clearly there's places they can go with this that now that May has had her mind wiped, and Vernestra wants to use her to find Chimere and Osha.
Yeah.
Although I think she's more invested in finding Chimere, because when she got off that ship, she was like, you're still alive. So she thought he was dead.
Yeah.
So that confirms
a lot of that going around.
That's how he
show.
got that scar. That was his master. I guess Vernestra's species must live a long time because she doesn't look old. The actress doesn't look old, but
right.
It's implying that she's older
She's been a master for some time. And yeah.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you thought about the season overall, whether you're looking forward to a season 2 or not, what you think might happen in a season 2. If you want to see the reaction fully unedited, go over to patreon.com/JediJive. That's where we put it up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.